Hi everyone!
Hi!
Welcome to another episode of
Imperfect Masterpiece.
This is a safe space where we can just share our daily lives and the journey of this life that we are living, just so that we can show you that it's okay to do you, it's okay to make mistakes. We are all learning from each other, and at the end of the day, no one has a formula. There's no manual. We are just doing our things.
Exactly.
Yeah. So to start us off today, Eva
Mm-hmm.
has a saying. Is it a saying or
It's
a poem?
a poem. It's an Irish proverb that says there are good ships and there are wood ships, and they're all set to sail the sea. But the best ships are friendships, and that's how they're meant to be.
Oh, that is so cute. Yeah.
Wow!
Never
The best ships.
Friendships.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so cool. And it so happens that today we are talking about friendships, but we are talking about toxic friendships. And so maybe we can start off with the definition here. Maria, tell us, what does toxic mean?
Toxic is just something that is harmful, something that is unpleasant, or something that is poisonous. Yes.
Okay. And so now, what is a toxic friendship?
So a toxic friendship is a friendship that drains someone, that makes someone uncomfortable, a friendship that is unpleasant, that will bring out the worst in you. Yeah.
Okay. I
Yeah.
feel like the way you said that last statement brings out the worst in you. There's a toxic friendship that I know it wants to come out. So maybe you can, before it gets cold.
Okay. And sometimes someone may not be able to differentiate between a toxic friend and an untoxic friend. So when I was in campus, I used to have this one friend of mine. And because I come from Bara and she's from Coast. You people, Coastarians usually talk. They talk, I can say that their words, sometimes they use words that are not so pleasant, but they don't mean exactly what they mean. Mtu anaweza kuita shoga, kuja hapa, kitu kama hiyo. You see, something like that from my culture, or we people from Bara, we see it as a bad thing.
Yeah.
But Coastarians, they see it as just a joke. That's how they communicate. And there's nothing wrong with that. So that friend of mine, we used to talk to each other, but the way she was talking to me, in a Coastarian way. She used to call me like, shogangu njoo hapa, we mama kuja hapa, mwanamke, and in a jovial sound. But for me, a place where I come from, we don't call each other
It's
like
offensive.
that. Like it's offensive.
Yeah.
If you call me shoga, it is something that is not so good. If you call me mwanamke, it's like you don't respect me. So I feel like this girl, I love her so much. And right now we are not close friends because we were not able to
Marry your culture.
marry our cultures. So I felt like she became toxic to me because I kept on telling her that I don't feel good the way she's talking to me, but she could not just understand me. She could not understand why I used to get angry when she talked to me like that. She did not understand me. She was like, what's wrong with you? So we didn't just marry. She didn't understand me. I didn't understand her. And we just fell out because of the toxic nature.
It was an unpleasant experience
Exactly.
for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing, because like, you know, if you look at it even from the other side of this coin,
Yeah.
like maybe even for her,
Yeah.
and I'm not like validating her side or anything,
Yes,
but
yes.
you know, from her side, maybe she also felt like it was unpleasant because she's unable to be herself. She's unable to be genuine. She's unable to be authentic around you. It's like you just wanted to change her. So
And you judged her.
Yeah, you know.
Thinking
Sure.
and speaking.
Exactly. So I think that here, the point that actually I'm trying to bring out is, I'm sorry for that experience, by the way.
Thank you.
It's never easy, but they're losing a
it
friend,
is,
and it
it
seemed
is.
like she was a good friend.
Very.
Yeah,
Very,
it's only that you couldn't agree
We
on
could
that.
not, yeah.
So toxic relationships, what I see is that there are sometimes it's affecting one person in the relationship. So there's one toxic person,
Mm.
and then there's one who's on the receiving end.
Yeah.
But then sometimes a toxic relationship could be where it's toxic for both of them, both parties. In that, sometimes it takes someone from outside
Mm.
to point out that this friendship you're in
Mm.
is not helping any of you. And so now I think begs the question, okay,
Yeah.
so what are the signs? How can you tell that I am in a toxic friendship or someone else is in a toxic friendship?
Yeah.
You disrespected boundaries. That's like one of the signs.
It's true.
Not taking accountability
Mhm.
for actions within the relationship.
Yeah.
Always needing something but not willing to reciprocate.
That's
That
Mhm.
one.
Mhm.
Weaponizing struggles. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
If I could write a thesis on this
I
one.
know,
Hey,
right?
dismissing your values, So
Yeah.
it seems like your friend, you felt like your friend was dismissing your values because every time you told her
Yeah.
that I'm not comfortable with this thing,
Mm.
for her, it wasn't important to her.
No.
Yeah, like she didn't take
Yeah.
it
Serious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously. So you felt like she was dismissing your values in this
Exactly.
case.
Yeah.
And ignoring your efforts of being a good friend, that's also another sign.
Mm.
And also just feeling exhausting.
Mm.
You're just exhausted. Every time you try to spend with this person, you come out more tired. And when you're with a
You're
friend, you're
drained.
actually
Yeah.
supposed to be
refreshed.
refreshed, rejuvenated,
You're not-
energized.
Mm.
And here you are coming out even worse than you came in.
Exactly.
And so, so this is just like that. There are so many others. So maybe Eva, you can give us, an experience you had with a toxic friend, and maybe some kind of, quote some of these signs that you saw.
Okay, so on issues of toxicity, first of all, I believe there's usually a needy person and a dominant person. So we call them sort of like the alpha female or male.
Okay.
The alpha is the dominant one,
Mhm.
the one who is now bringing in all the toxicity.
Mhm.
And then we have the dependent,
Mhm.
male or female, who is in this relationship either out of no choice
Mm.
or ignorance,
Mm.
as in they just have to stay with this person or make do with this person.
Mm.
So my own experience was that issue of draining.
Like feeling exhausted with
my
this person.
goodness.
Mm.
It's like that person, their issues were more important than mine. And actually, I think most of us today can attest to that, where you have somebody who has so many situations going on with them, but they seem not capable of accommodating your own.
Yeah.
And a friendship is where both of you can actually feel a safe place or comfortable space, just as we said last time, to express yourself.
Yeah.
So one day it will be me bickering and ranting, the other day it should be the other person.
Yeah.
A kind of this reciprocating heaven becomes easier to also know I have your back here. Because sometimes it can be a trivial matter. But if your friend is constantly trivializing your issues, then you will feel a bit shortchanged.
Yeah.
Mm.
And even like just even talking about what exhausting means. Exhausting means you are very tired.
That is
What makes you tired? Because you are carrying luggage
load.
or you have done a lot of work.
Yeah.
So even just that, like being the one who's always listening and helping without that other person also reciprocating, that even that in itself is
It's
enough.
just
Did have one way back when, and I really thought that this person was my friend. It was a girl, and I think we were, but then slowly by slowly, and I think this is even what made me even realize that this is not this friendship is not good, because I started every time I met this person, and then in the matatu back home, I would feel so bad because I have wasted my time. By the way, I would feel like these 2 hours I could have done something. I've wasted my time with this person, And so I think after like a couple of times of feeling like I've wasted my time, I was like, I'm not going to waste time, because the 2 hours I've used with this person I cannot get them back. I cannot.
Sure.
And if there's someone who hates waste in this world, it is me.
I know.
Please respect my time.
Sometimes, you know,
Respect my time.
when we speak about issues of toxicity, it's an issue of valuing the time that other people have, respecting and appreciating that somebody can take some time to even look for you and to even spend some time with you. So when you say that somebody is feeling drained or wasting time, it means that that person is not adding value to your life. And so that already is toxic, because I believe, even as we're speaking about issues of toxicity, it's even to the point of like poison.
Yeah.
Like you cannot continuously be taking poison from one person. It will definitely affect you negatively. And what are the things that we express ourselves towards on issues of friendship? Yeah, there's the listening ear. What are you listening constantly to? Because whatever you listen to makes you. If I can leave a space and I feel more drained, it means you put so much damage in my life that is pulling me down. Can you imagine how long it's gonna take for me to feel better? It's going to take a long time. So an issue of toxicity is, I think that should be the first sign. Anytime you go somewhere and you feel wasted, you feel drained, you feel like, why did I even make time to come? That's already a big,
Or like
big
you're
signal.
being disrespected in some way. Like,
disrespected,
and it's not that you only
offended.
once, because we're not saying that someone has done one wrong thing and now that's a toxic
Yeah,
person.
it's over
That's
time.
not- it's over time, and
Yeah.
like it's because you're not being built. You see, friendship is, you're supposed to be built in a friendship as you build the other person, and so when you are now constantly feeling like you're being torn down, that's what we mean by a toxic relationship. Yeah, and also, like Eva, you talked about the perspective of there's an alpha who is like bringing the toxicity to a dependent in a relationship. But I also feel like there are some relationships, friendships, where it's both parties and they don't know it. And I remember a friendship I had over several years, like almost a decade actually, that friendship went on. I think that toxicity was also part of it, and it's not because either of us wanted to put the other one down. I think it's just the different places where we were coming from. And so in this situation, it's where I was with, we had a relationship, we were relating together from college, but this friend of mine felt like they always had to be according to my standards. Oh, when you're working with Nuru, you must dress a certain way, you must do I don't know what. And in my mind, let me tell you, I cannot for the life of me even remember even once where I like gave an impression or an implication that you cannot be with me or work with me if you're not dressed in a certain way. That's not how we were raised. And even to this day, like, I just accept you. Come as you are, friends. Come as you are. So for her, she felt that pressure because it was like, if I'm not in a certain way, then now, Nuru will not be my friend, or, Nuru will be upset. So you can see from her point of view how toxic I was there. Because, and then now fast forward, a few years later, when we are out of campus, both of us have families, we got married, we're like in a separate lives, and then we reconnect. And so because of that experience now, the perception she had of me 10 years ago is how she's seeing me now. You see? And so anything I did, anything I said, I was always being judged by those standards.
This person misunderstood your intentions or your way of life. And imagine it was so unintentional.
And so there was always this friction, and this person was always like, you're like your ABCD, and then I would sit back and wonder, and I would try to like understand and try to sort of mold myself and become more comfortable in this situation. But then at the same time, I'd feel like, but that's not me. Why am I sort of dulling the person that I am so that you can be comfortable? It's one way to change for the better. It's another thing to dull the person that you are, innately, because you want to conform. We did have a chat.
Oh,
Yeah,
so good.
it was a call.
Wow.
It wasn't so good. That chat was not good.
It was a breakup.
Like it was a breakup call, because like they allowed that person to rant. They blamed. They blamed. And then when I realized that this person, they just want to just feel good by me being the bad person,
Okay.
I let them talk.
That's toxicity.
After that,
Yeah.
by the way, I just told this person, I am so sorry. I have been a bad friend. Because clearly, I was a bad friend, So I just told this person, I'm so sorry for being a bad friend. This person told me, are you really sorry, or are you just saying it so that this conversation can end? And in my mind,
Wow.
I was like,
wow.
now what?
So
What
I think
do I do?
your friend was just insecure.
What
That's what I can say.
There's
You know.
one thing I can. I've been studying about envy. In Kiswahili, it's called husuda, and you can even go and check it up.
So the book is called Husuda or
No,
Envy
it's
is
not a book
Husuda?
actually. It's envy is
Husuda.
husuda is Kiswahili for envy.
envy.
Yes. And so you can just check it up on Google. Probably some of the characteristics and personalities of a person with envy. And one of that stands out is taking pleasure in bringing down somebody. It's sort of like a sadistic relationship. And there is also that issue of there is no particular reason why they don't appreciate your output or your contribution to the relationship. It's just that they feel like you're stuck with them because they feel they need to judge you, and the whole world needs to know who you are as a person. But for them, they feel like your relationship is not bringing in any input, and so while you're still constantly feeling bad, they are collecting notes. They're just writing notes on how you can do this, you can do this, and most of the time they have nothing good to speak about you as a friend.
Yeah, so that brings me to another toxic trait. I had one best friend, and she's my relative, and we were so close according to my side. And me, once you are my friend, there are some things that I'll never do about you. I will never talk bad against you with anyone, not even my mom.
You're just loyal.
I'm very loyal. Once we are friends, I'm going to protect your name under whatever the circumstance. Even though I may know your flaws, but I'm never going to discuss them with any person. And I used to believe that all people are like that. But I was so much disappointed with one of my friends. And this person was gossiping about me. You see, the way you feel like you are friends with someone, you share all the secrets, you love this person, you are safe with this person. But kumbe, this person is not reciprocating, or I don't know how I can say
like
it.
behind your
Like
back,
behind your back.
they are not your
So,
friend.
we were three of us, and let me say that the three of us were friends, but one of these friends was my cousin. We were cousins and best friends. But now, kumbe, my cousin used to talk behind my back with this other friend. And now, this friend, who was the friend to my cousin, became also my friend. She told me one day, she came and told Maria, I've been with you like for the past 5 months. I've seen how you act with your cousin. I've seen how you laugh. I've seen everything that you do together. You are always very happy. And I've also tested your friendship. I've never had you even a single minute mentioning anything about your cousin.
Imagine.
But why is she always, when you are not here, talking ill about you?
Yeah.
I was so shocked.
Most of the
I was so shocked.
toxic people don't have anything good to say about you with the others.
Yeah.
And that's what makes the relationship toxic, because now you are a point of constant, probably constant rhetorical bad situations. There is nothing they can ever put out that can help you, because you can't seem to get to a point where they can even embarrass you in public.
It's true, and that is why Maria told us at the very
Zero
beginning
chills.
that it's toxic.
Yeah.
It's very harmful.
Yeah.
Very harmful.
It's
Very
unpleasant.
Yeah.
It's poisonous.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
exactly those words. Yeah.
They want to bring you down.
It's
So maybe just to finish up, this cousin, I'll just very fast. She used to talk lies about my back. I don't know why she felt like that, because I was so good to her. We have shared so many things. I have her secrets. She has my secrets. But now I believe that she told everyone my secrets because if she was able to speak out lies about me, I feel like maybe she has done so, but I've not heard. My friend did not tell me what she told her about my secrets, but there are some things that she told her about me that was lies. So she wanted me to look bad to this other friend. But I thanked my other friend because she stood out and told me the truth. And guess what? I just quit the friendship with my cousin up to today. But I told her that I don't feel good. Why did you do this? Why did you talk about this? She never just answered me. She kept quiet. And we have been like that for some time.
and I think that
Yeah.
what you did, you spoke to this best friend of yours, your cousin.
Yeah.
You told her.
I told her.
You confronted her. You're like, hey,
On
this
a
is what
text.
I'm hearing on a text. Well,
Yeah.
it could have been. You should, but anyway, you did something. Sometimes, at least you did something. Some people just go.
It's hard also
So it's hard to talk, but it's
Yeah.
fine. Like at least you
Yeah.
just told her this thing is not cool. I've been
Yeah.
doing ABCD and I'm not here for this.
And I'm still,
Yeah.
I'm not healed.
Of course, and it's okay to feel
It
like
keeps on hurting
sad
me.
about it
Yeah,
because
because
you've
I love her,
invested.
and I love her so much because she's my first cousin.
Yeah.
And we have been childhood friends, and everyone in our family knew about our friendship. I trusted her so much, so I expected her also to do the same to me.
To reciprocate.
Yeah, but even though she did that to me, I've never shared any of her secrets with anyone. Never.
Wow, that was like a deep one. I feel like a lot of like we've relived
Emotional.
past emotional situations, but I
Exactly.
think it's good, and this is actually what Imperfect Masterpiece is all about.
is.
It's about being real and sharing our experiences, and the experiences we share here are not in any way to sort of like ridicule or badmouth those people who
No.
are in our lives.
Yeah.
We learn lessons from every single person who comes into our lives, good or bad.
Yes.
And so this is just about sharing, how we felt and our perspective about it, and also give a bit of knowledge that can help you identify toxic relationships, friendships, the ones that you're in, or even
Will have.
or a close person
Yeah.
around you who might be in one right now. You're at least you're able to sort of identify and help them out of it. So I know that we touched a bit about how to sort of get out of toxic relationships, but we are not going to talk about it here.
Yes.
We want you to come and watch our next episode, because right now our time is just about up.
Yes.
But I hope that even as we have talked about toxic friendships and how to identify, that we ourselves will not be the toxic ones in the friendships
Exactly.
that we are part of. Let us be the friends that build, the friends that grow, the friends that encourage, the friends that clap for others' successes.
And
Yeah.
bring the best out of others.
Exactly. So thank you for watching.
I hope that you are inspired, and kindly please comment, share your experiences, let us continue the chat, and please don't forget to subscribe.
Yes.
We love you. Keep shining.
Bye.
Bye.